So welcome to the garage of our live horror show, Classic Chills and Thrills, which has been produced as part of the 2017 Norwich Hello Histories Festival. Tonight you'll see a reconstruction of the performance practices of a fascinating era in media history, live radio drama from the golden age of the 40s. You'll also see an example of Zhong theatre, brought to us by the Loughborough Drama Department. You'll see the frantic world of live radio, the voice actors, the Foley artists, the floor manager, our musician, and myself as director, as we work together, yet strangely apart, to take you through an old-style horror show. The first part will be about half an hour long. We hope to give you a few laughs, and you'll enjoy seeing how 40s live radio was produced. There's one critical point where we do need your help. We need a horde of zombies to destroy the world. And you lot will do, I think, for that. So when Vaiva raises the sign, we will give it our best walking bed. So shall we go for that now? If it goes down, we'll stop. Okay? So after our first half hour of demonstrating radio, we'll move swiftly on to an example of Unguraityte horror theatre from our friends at Loughborough. They'll perform a classic 1907 tale of terror, The Little House at Auteuil, from the repertoire of the unique Parisian theatre of terror. After that, there'll be the interval. So in part two, we're going to present another half hour of radio. But the difference is, for the second half, we will go live and broadcast the show from here. So this will be, will truly be on the air. And I know we have listeners apparently ready in Germany and America, ready to tune in through Twitch to listen. So let's hope it will run smoothly. But first things first. So if we're all set, okay, we'll go for a performance. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your host, the beautiful, bedeviling Belladonna. We find ourselves in that special time of year. More candy up for grabs than at Easter. More chills than on a frosty winter's night. More surprises than you'll ever get in a Christmas stocking. Yes, dear listeners, it's Halloween. What's the best thing about Halloween, my friends? Is it the scary stories around the fire? The smell of freshly slaughtered pumpkins? The weird and wonderful decorations that transform your humble homes into terrifying tombs of terror? No. The answer is quite simple. The sound of little footsteps as they tiptoe up your garden path, up the doorstep, to the front door, and trick-or-treating, of course. It's such jolly good fun, isn't it? But a word of warning. Trick-or-treating is not without risk, is it? Be careful whose door you knock on. Or perhaps I should say, be careful when you open the door. You just might find yourself trick-or-treating Dracula.
Hello! Happy Halloween!
Welcome to my home. Come freely, go safely, and leave something of the happiness you bring.
Trick or treat?
I beg your pardon.
Trick or treat. It's Halloween.
You must forgive me. I am new to the area.
Oh, welcome to the neighborhood. Where are you from?
Oh, a little place. You won't have heard of it. Near Hungary, and also Romania.
Transylvania.
Yes. Have you been there?
No, I'm top of the class for geography, though.
Oh, please, won't you come inside?
Oh, all right. I'd love to. Wow, nice decorations.
Oh, thank you.
I love the blood-red walls and the jet-black ceiling.
You know what they say. Home is where the heart is. Dripping with gore in the open cavern of your torn-out chest cavity.
I'm sorry?
Oh, nothing. You must excuse me.
Happy Halloween! I'm collecting candy for the poor children in the hospital who can't get out tonight. So, trick or treat.
Welcome to my home. Come freely, go safely, and leave something of the happiness that you bring. Please, come inside.
Thank you. Don't mind if I do. Wow! What a Halloween house!
That's exactly what I said.
I mean, look at the black candles.
Yeah, the slime dripping down the walls.
Those skulls hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, they look almost real.
Do they indeed? I promise you, they are real.
Yeah, real white chocolate.
No,
Oh, yeah, so they are. Hey, that reminds me. Trick or treat.
Yes, those poor sick children want their treats.
There's loads of space left in our buckets.
I have nothing to give you, but you have something for me.
That's not fair.
Believe me, that's not how it works.
I want to drink your blood.
But that's not fair. I haven't any to give away. There's not much left in the bottle.
In the bottle?
Yeah? I got it off your neighbor. A whole bottle of bat's blood.
Really? That's some good trick-or-treating there. Look at the label. It's limited edition for Halloween time only.
Yeah. The rest of the year, it's called plain old
Betty Brewster's, a mix of battered berries for building better bones and battling bad breath.
Oh, wow. All that in a bottle?
Yeah, all that and more in one single bottle.
Better bones, you say?
Absolutely.
Oh, how wonderful. And battles bad breath.
Completely.
Betty's Brew, it's good for you.
And remember, throughout October, Betty Brewster's is known as Betty Brewster's Bad Blood.
Look, that's quite enough product placement. I want to eat your flesh. I am evil and alone, and I need some brand new slaves. Excuse me. I'll be right back.
Good evening.
Welcome to my home. Come freely, go safely, and leave something of
Yeah, quite, excuse me. Good evening, folks.
Oh, hello.
Nice to meet you.
Charmed, simply charmed.
I suppose you are trick-or-treating too.
Oh, no, sir, far from it. I'm a door-to-door salesman, and I offer you the once-in-a-lifetime chance to buy the things you never even knew you needed.
Oh, the Lord of Suffering, give me strength.
A man of religion, I like that in the neighborhood. Here, I've got just the thing. How about a sterling silver crucifix?
Oh, put it away!
Oh, wrong faith. Sorry about that. I've got a Star of David in here.
Oh,
someplace.
no, please.
Oh, bachelor, sir. Live alone, sir. Do any cooking, sir? How about some ready chopped garlic?
Ah, damn you, that does it. I shall summon my hounds of hell. Bella, Boris, come to your master.
Look! It's a huge pair of dogs!
Yes, listen to them, the children of the night.
Oh, aren't they just the cutest thing? Come here, you two!
Oh, yes, you are. Yes, you are, you lovely old creature.
Leave my hellhounds alone. Bella, Boris, off you go. I know how to get rid of you. I shall send you a plague of red-eyed, venomous rats. I summon the rodents of hell.
Rats! They're everywhere.
Have no fear. With my Acme rodent repellents, they'll be gone in an instant. Here you go, ladies. Help yourselves. Oh, there you have it. All gone.
Please, forget the blood, forget the flesh. Just go.
No. I'm sure I've got just the thing for you. Here it is. I knew it was here someplace.
What is that thing?
This may look like an ordinary desk lamp, but as the nights draw in and we head towards winter, wouldn't we all simply love some daylight at the switch of a button?
You mean sunshine all year round?
Oh yeah, that's right. This special lamp gives 100% pure daylight in the comfort of your own home.
Oh, lighten my days. But hang on, how do we know it really works?
Go ahead, try it, switch it on.
No!
This little dial here?
That's right, don't be shy, my friend. Give the knob a twist.
Oh, all right then.
No!
Well, would you look at that?
Burst right into flames.
And all that's left is a pile of crackling ashes on the ground.
Good. Now we can get down to business.
Yes, there's no room for vampires in this neighborhood.
Witches and wizards only round here.
Now we can get down to work. Let me see what else I've got in here.
Eye of newt,
Toe of frog.
lizard's leg,
Tongue of dog.
And all we need now is...
vampire ashes.
No! A bottle of Betty Brewster's bat's blood, of course.
So, there you have it. Well, I did say be careful who you open your door to, and all that product placement. So sordid. You wouldn't catch me doing that. You can read about why I wouldn't in my new book. Belladonna's Beautiful Book of Beastly Behaviour. Or is it Belladonna's Beastly Book of Beautiful Behaviour? I never can remember. Strictly between us, I didn't write it. I had a ghostwriter. And when I say ghostwriter, you know what I really do mean, a ghostwriter. She's been dead for 20 years. Now, you're all sitting comfortably. It's time for a chilling little story. Happened to a dear friend of mine when she was in the eternal city, Rome. Ah, Rome! So many wonders, so much romance, and so many places you can stay, including the Hotel Fausta.
There's nothing like a hot bath after a hard, hot, dusty day. That's what Sally Ann thought as she slid the bolt on her hotel room and turned with pleasure to face the adjacent ensuite. It was luxurious, like nothing she'd ever been able to afford before. But she deserved it. She was celebrating after all. Her real first job, and such a surprise to everyone. Sally Ann of the omnipresent school bag and over-eager answers. Suddenly glamorous, bringing her priceless findings to the great galleries and museums of Italy. Mousy Sally Ann, shipping out to Rome, all expenses paid, and such decadent accommodation. An ancient spa house, gleaming mosaic tiles, soft peach towels, carefully embroidered with the hotel's name, the Hotel Fausta, and a huge, deep bowl of a bathtub, just waiting for her to slip into. She noticed that the bath had already been drawn for her. The water steamed invitingly with the smell of rose petals. She put her hand into the water. The ripples circled and the steam clouds spread into the room. Sally Ann noticed something else. Beside the bath was a bottle of white wine, ice cold to the touch, and a crystal glass.
I could get used to this. You've made it, Sally Ann. You have well and truly arrived. Ah, that is delicious. It will taste even better in the bath.
And so, Sally Ann undressed, leaving her clothes abandoned in a pile on the floor. She stepped into the bath.
It's like a plunge pool. It's so deep. I could swim in here. This must be how the other half live all the time.
It was almost comical, really. A bath this big for one young woman. As she stretched back, rubbing her skin with a sponge and relishing the perfect temperature of the rose-scented water, the steam continued to waft in clouds, filling the room. It was like stepping back in time. Sally Ann imagined she was in an ancient bathhouse with the terracotta-tinted walls and faded mosaic floor. Even the ceiling-like mouldings featured plaster-cast women, tiny nudes, filling and carrying urns in a loop around the light bulb. Or perhaps it was just one woman, filling and refilling the bath in an endless cycle. Draining her glass, Sally Ann felt her body relaxing into the warmth. She closed her eyes and let the day's exhaustions dissipate. The hours spent digging through ancient fragments of pottery and coins slipped away. The sneaking headache, building all day from squinting at crumbling numerals and lettering, finally eased. Her thoughts scrambled and finally slowed. Shards of ancient myth and long-dead gods dimming from her consciousness for the first time all day.
I think I simply love Rome. I could stay here forever. This is like reliving the past, wallowing in a bath like an empress, slaves keeping the water warm. But what horrid things they used to do back then in the name of the gods.
This was her last clear thought, given with a dainty wrinkle of her little nose. The water covered her like a blanket, and she must have drifted off. She must have, because when her eyes snapped open, the ceiling above her was, through the gauze of steam, strangely blank. It took her a moment to realise that the electric light fitting, which had previously dominated the terracotta expanse, was gone. All that was left was the surrounding plaster moulding of the woman filling and refilling the urn. It took another moment to realise that she was not alone. A woman's voice, soft and sad, was coming from somewhere just behind her.
Ab eterno, ab eterno, ab eterno.
As she turned her head to locate the voice, Sally Ann realised what was truly awfully wrong. Her arms and legs were bound. Thick, clinking loops of chain, strangely weightless in the water, tied her limbs to her side. For the first time, the water felt too hot and too high. It lapped at her chin and seemed each second to be getting hotter. The stench of rose was sickening and rotten. The steam stung her eyes and seemed to burn her skin and sear her throat and nostrils. Each breath scalded her lungs. She tasted iron in her gullet and wondered if she would drown in the water or choke first. All that she could see before her was the red mist of what must have been the ceiling beyond the steam. Or perhaps it was just the blood vessels in her burning eyes. The water about her was tremoring now. She understood with a faint, almost incredulous terror that it must be beginning to boil. The woman's voice returned even louder, chanting, harder, bitter, and vicious.
Ab eterno! Ab eterno! Ab eterno!
Sally-Ann's skin was sluicing from her body, revealing with increasing agony the soft, raw liveliness of her muscles. The woman's voice was no longer a chant. It was a scream. And as the chains pulled Sally-Ann down into the bottomless bath, she knew what it was like to relive history.
Poor Sally-Ann. Maybe I got it wrong. She certainly went to Rome and was never seen again. But perhaps she met a rich Italian gentleman who swept her off her feet and treated her to a life of luxury. Well, let's hope so, shall we? But what I will say to all my devoted listeners is be careful when you are far from home. Whatever you do, do not get led astray. You wouldn't want to be lost, not with the nights drawing in. You might not always find a good Samaritan to help you on your way. Just listen to my next little tale about a lovely young couple who lost their way home.
Can't be much further.
Oh, you keep saying that. We've been walking for hours.
I could have sworn it was this way.
I should never have trusted you. Shortcut? What nonsense.
Why don't we retrace our steps?
What? Spend another eternity just to get back to where we started in the first place?
There's no need to be so grumpy about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'd just rather be at home now, toasting my feet by the fire and drinking hot cocoa.
Ooh, that does sound nice.
Not trudging through a wilderness on a pitch-black night.
Well, at least it's not raining.
Oh, no.
I think I must have spoken too soon.
Well, I'm glad one of us finds it amusing. Oh, here comes the rain.
It's only spitting at the moment.
Well, let's find our way home before it starts tipping it down. If only we could find someone, they'd be able to give us directions.
Yes, get us back on the right path home. Like him, for instance.
Who?
The man over there. See him?
Oh, yes. Hello? I say, can you help us? We're a bit lost.
Great, he heard you. He's coming closer.
In your own good time, mister. Look at him, staggering along.
Les?
Must be drunk. Poor chap. Obviously not very well.
Les, perhaps we shouldn't...
I mean, he looks like death warmed up. Yellow teeth, green skin, rotten flesh falling in clumps off his body. Jan, help me!
Oh no, what should I do?
Grab that branch over there!
This one. Got it. Now what?
Hit him!
Oh, right.
Not me! Him! Hit him! Oh, harder than that!
Oh, all right. him.
Oh, well, judging by the gore that's all over me, yes, I think you did. Oh. You covered me from head to toe. Disgusting.
I don't think we should hang around. Look, there's another one coming.
Oh, and another.
Oh, it's getting closer.
Quick, this way. We can easily outrun them. Oh, we've escaped them.
What were those things?
Oh, I've no idea.
Maybe they are the victims of some awful disease, or some voodoo ritual, or a satellite crashed to Earth and woke up all the dead bodies in the neighbourhood.
Oh, who cares?
I don't believe it.
What?
I know where we are. We just need to turn this corner.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Home at last.
Oh, dear.
Well, I did warn you, didn't I? Don't get lost in the woods, however charming your companion may be. Poor old Janet and Leslie. Such a frightful mess, too. Ghosts may be terrifying, but at least they are immaculately clean. But zombies, just like ghouls and werewolves, are horribly messy things. I mean, you may be the living dead, but that is no excuse for being filthy. Oh dear, my beloved audience. I'm afraid once the Halloween gore starts to flow, there is no stopping it. My delightful group of radio friends and I will now have a little interlude and leave you in the far from safe hands of the Grand Guignol, the legendary theatre of horror.